I have the tremendous honor today, and I truly mean this, to be accompanied by colleague and friend Kenny Wayne Beek. Kenny is a musician, a tremendous lyricist, and a powerful author. On a cell phone with a shattered screen, one that likely any of us would have thrown away, Kenny wrote about his experience of homelessness in Transience, an epic memoir about homeless existence in Portland, Maine. It has been called a stunning and astounding account that is alternately funny, insightful, and tragic. Mostly, it's just damn brilliant. So please welcome back Kenny Beek with his original song, Empty Sidewalk, which was the last song he wrote while homeless.
The sidewalk isn't really empty, it just feels that way. And I'll tell you, the sidewalks aren't getting any emptier. More people homeless now than probably since the 30s. Interestingly, it was my buddy Ronnie's birthday when we were sitting on a bench in one city center early in the morning, well, a little earlier than this anyway, and our friends rolled up. Anita, she was a Passamaquoddy Penobscot Pole native, and her boyfriend, a good friend of mine, Bobby Chops. And Bobby used to sing Folsom Prison, and we did that one together. We had a good time, but Bobby got up and said he was going to the store to get a beer. Now, by the way, all of us were supposed to be trying to stay sober at the time. And he went up and died that day. Got his beer and had a heart attack and died. So I wrote this the day that he died without knowing that he was dead, weirdly enough. And then in 2020, a year we lost 64 people in the street, none of them to COVID. Not one single person died from COVID. But a number of them probably died due to lack of resources because of COVID restrictions. But Ronnie died on my birthday, my 50th birthday. And a month later, Anita died. So everybody that was with me the morning, and they all dished me to go up and drink, and I knew that, and so I was sitting there and I was all salty and bitter about it. And so this was a song of self-pity that's only become far more morbid than that. It's called Empty Sidewalk. Playing for an empty sidewalk, staring at an empty case. It's probably for the best after all. I couldn't take another empty face. Everybody's going somewhere, they all got some place to be. They're all trying to be on time while I'm just trying to be me. Playing for an empty sidewalk, not a nickel to my name. Like to tell you it's someone's fault, so I'll tell you I'm the one to blame. And everybody's going somewhere, but I get nowhere fast. I'd like to see something better for me, but that's probably already past. And I'd like to see some loved ones I ain't seen in a while. Maybe tonight, in my dreams I could smile, but now I'm playing for an empty sidewalk, wishing I was somewhere else. I'd like to make $1 tonight, but tonight this ain't what sells. Everybody's going somewhere, but I sit here all alone, playing for an empty sidewalk, the only place that I call home. Playing for an empty sidewalk, feeling like an empty case. When I move on, sold a song, another talent gone to waste. Oh, and Also along the lines of what Joan was talking about, of what it's like for the people who end up recently housed. I just wrote an article about that. I guess you haven't read it, which is ironic that you mentioned it, because that's available online, though. It's called, it's in the Bollard. It's called "Is It a Wonderful Life?" That was my Christmas theme. It's pretty dark, but it's worth a read if you get the chance. Oh, and you can find music of mine on Kenny Wayne from Maine.
Oh, thank you. There's so much to think about after the service today. Thank you both for joining us this morning.